Hello, my credit warriors. So, if you've ever applied for a credit card, a car loan, an apartment, or you've even just browsed mortgage rates, well, you've probably racked up multiple hard inquiries on your credit report. And while that might not seem like a big deal, well, too many inquiries can actually destroy your credit score. They can trigger loan denials and even get you flagged as high risk. So if you're asking questions like, how do I get inquiries removed from my credit? Can I remove them fast? Or even, are inquiries really that harmful? Well, you're in the right place. So in this video, I'm breaking down the step-by-step method to remove hard inquiries from your credit report legally, effectively, and in many cases, very, very quickly. Now, this isn't just about tips. This is the exact strategy that I've used for years to help thousands of my clients clean up their reports and unlock approvals. I'm also going to reveal when inquiries absolutely should be removed and when it's just a waste of time. Because here's the truth: credit bureaus aren't just going to erase them unless you understand the rules. So let's get crystal clear. There are two different types of inquiries. Soft inquiries, these are the ones that don't affect your credit score. They happen when you check your own credit or maybe a company pre-approves you for an offer. And then there are more dangerous ones called hard inquiries. Now, these do affect your score. Now, they occur when a lender checks your credit because you applied for something. Now, hard inquiries typically drop your score by 3 to 10 points per inquiry. But here's where it gets tricky. If you happen to rack up too many inquiries in a short amount of time, well, it can signal desperation to lenders. They might start thinking, whoa, this guy's applying for too much credit. You're getting denied and you're reapplying, or worse, you're planning something risky. And let's be honest here, lenders are not fans of risk. So even though hard inquiries only stay on your report for 2 years, the damage is most severe in the first 6 to 12 months. So if you're trying to qualify for a car loan, a mortgage, or a business line of credit, well, this stuff really, really matters. Now, here's the first thing that you should know. You can't remove a legitimate hard inquiry just because you don't like it. If you did give permission and you applied for credit, it's going to stay for a while. But under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you have the legal right to dispute any inquiry that was done without your explicit authorization. Now, what that means is inquiries from companies that you don't recognize, credit pulls that you didn't consent to, or companies that ran multiple inquiries without telling you, well, all of these things, they're all potentially removable. Even better, many lenders don't have proper documentation of records, especially if they use third-party systems. Now, that's where your leverage actually comes in. So just before we take a deeper dive, it's imperative you hit that like button and subscribe so that you get notified the minute we produce another game-changing video that affects or helps your credit situation. I promise it'll help and you will appreciate it. So buckle up and let's plunge deeper still. So let's start with step one. Pull all three credit reports. Go to annualcreditreport.com. It's free. Get reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Once you've got them, look through the inquiry section on each one. Write down any that you don't recognize and then move on to step two. Identify unauthorized or suspicious inquiries. So ask yourself, did I apply for this? Did I authorize them to pull my credit? Is this a company I even recognize? If the answer is no, or you're unsure, then it's fair game to dispute. And on to step number three. Send a written inquiry dispute to each of the three credit bureaus. Now, this is important. Do not do this online. Use certified mail so that you can track it. Now, your letters should include your full name, your social security number, or at least the last four numbers, your address, and a list of the inquiries that you're disputing. Also, a clear statement that you did not authorize those inquiries and a request that the Bureau provide documentation providing your consent. Or they can remove the inquiry and you can end it with this particular line. If you cannot verify that I authorized this inquiry, it must be removed under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And then finally, move on to step 4. Wait 30 to 45 days for the Bureau to investigate. If the lender can't verify your consent or doesn't respond, it must be deleted. Now, once your dispute is processed, one of three things will happen. The inquiry is removed. Congratulations, success. Number 2, it disappears from your report and your score may bump up slightly. Number 3, the inquiry remains. The lender verified it with documentation, so it's staying. Or number 4, the Bureau responds with vague language, and if so, you can escalate the dispute. File a CFPB complaint, or even send a second letter demanding reinvestigation. Now, here's a pro tip. Send separate letters to each bureau, even if the inquiry appears on all three bureaus. They don't share investigation results, so what gets removed from Experian might still show up on TransUnion. Now, listen closely. Don't try to dispute every single inquiry. If you actually applied and gave consent, then sadly, leave it alone. Disputing everything can actually make you look suspicious, and it may trigger a fraud alert or a freeze. So focus on the inquiries that you didn't authorize or you don't recognize. And here's a bonus tip. If you're denied credit due to your inquiries, call that lender directly and ask for a reconsideration. Explain that you're addressing unauthorized pulls and actively fixing your credit as we speak. Now, some lenders may still approve you with a manual review, especially if everything else looks good. Remember, cleaning up your credit isn't just about removing bad accounts, it's about knowing your rights and using them wisely. So if you've enjoyed this video, this is the Bad Credit Solutions channel, where we turn complicated credit rules into simple real-world results. Hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've ever had inquiries removed successfully. Let's help more people take control of their credit. And in the meantime, have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.